Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. For those of you who have already subscribed, thank you! Yes, I did make it to 1,000 subscribers. What a wonderful accomplishment to feel. You know, it was it's been so exciting this last weekend. I've been celebrating all this weekend, and just been so happy to finally reach 1,000. It's such a milestone for YouTubers. So thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you with all of my heart. I know that my channel wouldn't be what it is without you all my viewers, all my subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so for those of you who are new and do not know, I am also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story. An action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the two yet one. Book one here. I read book one aloud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy. If you've already read book one or watched all those videos, Perception, the two yet one, book two is already available, published and available. You can find the links to purchase these beautiful, very well-made paperbacks from Kindle Direct Publishing. Those links are in the description box below. These paperbacks are only $15.99 each plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. Okay, so go ahead and check out the description box. It's got a lot of, if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those. The information for that is at the top of the description box. Today, I'm going to use the absolutely most perfect tarot for this week. Look at how green and beautiful this is. To celebrate St. Patrick's Day here, because it's St. Patrick's Day this week on Wednesday here in the United States. And so I've got all green stones here. I've got greeny sardonyx. I've got green malachite. I have got blue-green aquamarine. I've got bloodstone, which is, it's green, but it's called bloodstone because of those little red, I think that's iron inside these little bloodstones. For your visual abundance visual, I don't have the ladybug anymore, but I have the little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I found these are just so awesome. So I've got these little plastic gold things that look, that look like coins, and then these, little shamrocks and sparkly coins down here for your visual that brings you abundance. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. This is fake. This isn't a real succulent, so don't worry about it. I'm not abusing a living anything here. And I still have my fairies and my gnomes here, and so I knew this week was coming, and I invested in this beautiful tarot. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone and Marella Allwood. So Marella Allwood, the illustrator, lives in England on the edge of a forest. So she really gives this beautiful feel. Her artwork is awesome. This is all about likening the spiritual path to walking through the ancient forests of enchantments back in the day in Europe and in England, Wales, things like that. It's just, I just feel like it's absolutely perfect for this week. It's got gnomes and fairies in it. It's got traces of fairy tales in it. And it just has all this symbolism that is just really in keeping with the feel of St. Patrick's Day this week. And I spent the entire weekend reading the entire book here. So it doesn't have reversed meanings. So I'm going to read it like I was reading my Thoth deck. When something is upside down, the energy is there, it is manifesting, but it is not fully manifested. It's not fully empowered just yet, except for the people cards. In this deck, they call the pages, knights, kings, and queens the people cards, which because they basically are, they can represent people in readings in any tarot, okay? But this deck does have, for those particular cards, they have shadow traits. So what I'm going to do is if I get a people card and it's upside down, I read the shadow traits part of that, okay? But I'm also going to, I always do like to harness the energy that a deck was made with. And so I'm going to be referencing the book when I feel like I need to, okay? Now, if I need to clarify, I'm going to be using my teeny tiny Rider Tarot that I got through a miracle. If you would like to know the story of that miracle, there's a link for it in the description box. There's a couple of miraculous links in there. So the one you're looking for is the story of my miracle, and in parentheses it says February 2021, because I do have my life story in there, which has to do with other types of miracles and stuff. So that's the one I'm talking about. And did I mention, yes, I do give personal readings if you would like one. Now, to clarify, at the end of today, I have another new deck, the Oracle of the Fairies. And oh man, it's so beautiful. This is by Karen Kay, and the artwork is by Ginger Kelly, and it's absolutely awesome. They've been giving me really, really wonderful messages. Okay, so let's now, as a reader, for those of you who are new, as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will, and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you made for your life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul. As you raise your soul's vibration, as you reincarnate, you get higher and higher life path numbers. Your life path number is encoded into your birthday, okay? Once you get to the highest life path number, you are then able to become enlightened, okay? And so this, what the Forest of Enchantment is saying, it's likening your spiritual journey to going through the Forest of Enchantment as an adventure, okay? There's certain things that you learn along the way, and these are the lessons that raise the vibration of your soul, okay? So let's get started. Right here at the heart of everything for you, Aquarius, we've got the Five of Challenges in reverse. So this is a manifesting energy. The Five of Challenges, okay? So challenges in this deck are swords, okay? Now, while the Five of Swords in other decks talk about gossip and slander and quarreling, fighting, competition, but mostly just getting one up on another, just vicious stuff. This is saying that you are about, this is manifesting, okay? You are about to face an insurmountable force. This is a giant. And while he is not evil, he does not have patience for humans. If you look really closely, see, he's got human bones braided into his beard, bones of humans that did not get out of his way before, okay? This is when you are dealing with something that you cannot win against. So there is something that is manifesting that you will have to get out of its way, okay? That you don't try to fight this thing. This is a huge, immovable force. So you'll probably know what that is when it manifests into your life. This is the energy that is affecting this right here, the Green Mother. So this is the Empress, okay? This is the sacred feminine. This is creativity, abundance, fertility, love, beauty, harmony, Everything beautiful. I always say just think about Venus or Aphrodite, because Aphrodite is all about love, and beauty and riches and all the abundance of life, okay? So I just feel like there's this Empress energy in your life, whether it's you or someone else, this abundance, this feminine, sacred feminine energy. This is a person who has a pure heart, somebody who is kind and loving and giving. An Empress energy in a person is somebody who seems very angelic, who seems very magical, and wherever they go, they leave blessings, things like that. Okay, so this type of energy is rather insurmountable. There are times when, if you know, the Empress is somebody who carries heavy karma with her. She is very kind and trusting, but if you do her wrong, the karma will come back on you pretty hard. So at this point, I'm not sure if that's what this is, because even he's not evil, he's just more powerful than you. And so that could be representative of karma. Okay, now swords, which is the challenges, is air energy, which is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, just like you. And so this green mother is also Libra, Libra and Taurus. So there's this could be a Libra in your life. It doesn't have to, but this is very interesting so far. Like I said, if we need to clarify, I have my tiny deck. Now this is the energy that's at the root of all of this. And this is the manifesting energy of the 5 of visions. Okay, so that's 2 5s so far. Let me see, do you have any more 5s here? Hang on. Yeah, you do. You have a major arcana 5, and you have the 5 of boons. So, you know what? This is where I tell people to pause the video right now and go ahead and Google a certain angel number when I have a repeat. So what you've got here is 4 5s. Okay? Now 5 is the number of change. So this is a huge message. I've never seen 4 5s in a reading before. Okay? And it's not that you have all the 5s like the suits. You have one that is the 5 that is the major arcana 5 in your hope section here, but let's not get a hold of ourselves. So like I said, go ahead and Google angel number 5555, because that has an additional message for you on top of the message of change. It could be that 4 things are going to change in your life. It could be that they're giving you all these 5 because something major is going to change in your life, something huge, because we're starting here with this 5 of challenges. And what is he? He's a giant. This is huge. And like I said, the Empress, she carries a really huge energy with her as well. Now, the 5 of visions. Now, the visions is water. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. And the story, like I was saying earlier, that this deck does carry like fairy tales in some of these images here. And this is the story of the princess and the prince frog. There's a couple of frog prince stories, but this is the one where the princess has this golden ball, and she is in the forest, and it rolls away from her and lands into a very, very deep pool of water. And the message behind this is that even though in the enchanted forest all the frogs talk, this is the frog prince, and she doesn't know it. So she's lost her beautiful golden ball, her favorite toy, okay? And she thinks she's lost it forever, and she's grieving. But this reminds us that sometimes it becomes, it's the darkest before the dawn. Sometimes when something happens that we think is absolutely horrible, that we can't recover from, something happens and we do recover. Because what's going to happen is, even though her golden ball is going to sink to the very bottom of this very deep pool, this frog prince knows that, wow, that's a princess. All I got to do is grab this toy for her and give it back to her. She'll give me a kiss and I'll become a prince again, and we'll probably live happily ever after. So this princess doesn't know that. right? Because like I said, as it says in the book, all the frogs in the enchanted forest talk. Do you like my fingernails? I've got green with speckles of, it looks like coins. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, so this is what's manifesting for you. There's the visions is the 5 of cups. And so in comparison, this is when 3 cups get knocked over and they don't see the 2 of cups, which is their blessing. But this is a really good way to express that. She has no idea that it's this loss that she thinks is this terrible loss. She'll never see it again, which is not true. He's going to go down there, and not only will she get her golden ball back, which is very different from the 5 of cups, where it says you cannot put the liquid back in the cups. You cannot recover what was lost. In this card, you can. In this card, she will. In this card, not only will she recover what was lost, but she will possibly, and I say possibly because, you know, the whole prince and the living happily ever after, all that saves her from what, you know. She will get her toy back, and she will have the opportunity to fall in love with a prince, okay? So this is what's at the root of everything. It's where you may feel at one point that you have lost something precious when it's really just the beginning of something wonderful. And I just love how this card and this card are matching with these lovely lavenders and purple. But this is the energy that is moving out of your life at this time, Aquarius, okay? And this is the unmanifested energy of the 8 of challenges, okay? The 8 of challenges is the 8 of swords. This is the fear card, the deer in the headlights card, okay? She has been surrounded by magical thorns and she doesn't know which way to go, so she's not even going to try. This is this energy never fully manifested for you, okay? You, I think that what happened is that you were about to get really scared and be this deer in the headlights energy, but it never fully manifested. And so now it's moving out of your life. And I think that's really wonderful. You were about to get so scared that you did nothing, but somehow you pulled yourself out of it. And now this energy is moving out. Excellent. Excellent job, Aquarius. Good job. Now, the next 2 cards for me as a reader are future cards. And what we have here is the Ace of Challenges, okay, in the reverse. So this energy is starting to come into being, but it isn't fully there yet. It's not in its full power just yet. And this is the White Crow. Isn't it beautiful? Look at his blue eye. He's holding a silver arrow that is a magic arrow. This is a new beginning. This is clarity. This is an opportunity to begin again. This is being protected. This the Ace of Swords is always the protection of Archangel Michael as well. But they're showing me the book. There's something in the book they want me to say. Okay. I believe he is the, yeah. Okay, this is about knowing when you should speak and when you should be silent. The white raven. Oh, he's a raven. Okay, the white raven says, think and stay alive. So don't stop thinking. It'll keep you alive. So it says here, the raven's gift to you is a silver arrow that never misses its mark. Part of its enchantment is in the arrow itself, but the magic is completed through your focus and the ethics of your motive. If your aim is true, you cannot fail. So this is, the meaning says intelligence, discernment, insight, focus, communication strategy, an advantage in a challenge or conflict, air element. Okay, well, of course it is. Now, this is saying that you may just end up having an advantage in a challenge, okay? And so, you know what? This is the 5 of challenges right here, okay? The Ace of Challenges is saying I'm giving you this magical tool, this new beginning to face a challenge, okay? So wow, that is really cool. It's telling you to don't stop thinking. This is going to use your intelligence to understand what you need to do when it comes to this challenge. Okay. Wow, that's really super cool. Okay, so this next card, which is another future card, is the manifesting energy of the fairy wind. Okay. What is the fairy wind? That's what I said when I saw it. I love the fairies. I love you guys. This is the Chariot and other decks. Okay, now the Chariot is moving forward, not moving backwards. The Chariot only moves forward. It's charging ahead. It is being victorious. And the story of the fairy wind is that there were times in the old days when people would be out in the woods and they would hear a distant rustling. And it was the tops of the trees. They could tell something was coming. There was a breeze and the wind coming, and then when they could smell certain scents, and then they knew it was the fairies by smelling those scents. And then they would be overcome with this desire to go with them and to see what the fairies see. And there are stories of people being taken by the fairies. And this is all about moving forward. This is kind of an unstoppable force here. Just like this Five of Challenges, this giant is a kind of an unstoppable force, but this is a positive thing. These are fairies. They're awesome. And this is not manifesting just yet, but I just feel like when it comes, you're about to face quite a challenge here. What an interesting reading. So you're going to be given some sort of magical tool which is connected with thinking, okay, connecting with your intelligence. And you are an air sign, okay, so you are very intelligent. You're probably a genius, okay, and side by side you have these two unstoppable forces. But this unstoppable force is crossed by the abundance and love and gentleness of the sacred feminine. And I believe it was a few weeks ago where I got this download that the sacred feminine energy is the only way or the best way to deal with the non-sacred masculine energy, the distorted masculine energy. And so now I'm beginning to wonder, because we've got this fairy wind that just seems so beautiful, that maybe this is the tool that you have been given, this energy that is unstoppable all in itself. But they're showing me the book right now, so let me just see the fairy wind. So it means speed, change, important news, success, self-governance, independent achievement. It says the fairy wind is a powerful sign of ultimate success. Only the most fortunate see the fae, though many have felt their passing. Things will pick up speed for you now, and your endeavors will flow swiftly toward a positive outcome. Continue forward with increased confidence. Wow. Okay. Aquarius, I'm starting to think that you're going to be able to handle this giant. Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, he handled him, didn't he? He had some magic tools. He had some luck on his side, didn't he? Sometimes what seems like an insurmountable force, like you should just give up or you should just run away, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes when you have the mother on your side, because this is also the planet Earth. the home of this giant who is very tiny compared to our planet, isn't he? It looks like you are going to be successful because the Ace of Challenges is also victory. The Ace of Swords is victory. It also is protection from Archangel Michael. And the fact that this is a silver arrow, silver stands for the feminine. Wow. So the feminine is your, not a weapon, but your helper? How awesome. Okay, so another 5. Here is your hope card. This is the oldest one. What this is the Hierophant, or the High Priest, or the Pope. Okay, this is tradition. Okay, but here's the thing. This is the tree that is the oldest tree in the forest. It is so old it knows everything. It's seen everything. It collects all the information. It knows every single thing you need to know. Okay? You can ask the oldest one anything. This card, this major arcana card, is your hope to now the Hierophant himself can represent marriage. So you may be hoping to get married. You may be hoping to be let in on something or to learn the story about something you didn't know about. But it looks like you're facing this giant. Maybe what you're hoping for is the information on how to take him down. Okay? Maybe you're hoping for all of that, marriage and a way to take him down. Maybe he represents the challenge that you face in this marriage that you seek, or help from, you may also need help one day, because I see this 5 of boons up there that I'll reference when I get there. Okay, so let me just go ahead and look at the book really quick, see if there's anything they want to tell me along with. Okay, so teaching, traditions, religion and mythology, wise counsel, true authority, and expertise. The oldest one reminds us that having a historical perspective is reassuring in times of trouble, and having a mythological or religious perspective helps us find meaning in our lives. Tales, legends, and lore. Oh, pardon me. Now I just lost my place. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Tales, legends, and lore have been handed down from generation to generation because they are a vital part of our shared humanity. Okay, so it seems, teachings, traditions, religion and mythology, wise counsel, wise authority, and expertise. Yeah, I just feel like there's something that you want to learn. There's something that you want to learn here, and it's going to help you with this situation. Okay, so the next one that we have here is your environment or state of being, and this is the Seeker of Spells, okay? This would be the Knight of Wands in the traditional deck. And what she's doing is she is very bold. She's a witch, and she's very confident. She's not afraid of being out in the enchanted forest at night because she knows its ways. She's come to witness an enchanted flower bloom. This flower doesn't bloom very often, and it takes very special circumstances for it to bloom in the first place. Okay, so I just feel like there's something that you're not afraid. Okay, you're not afraid. See, this is the fear card. This is the deer in the headlights card, where you're so afraid you don't know what to do. This is the fear that never fully manifested. That's why it's upside down. You never let yourself get to a place where you're so afraid you didn't know what to do. And so here you are, very passionate now with your fire energy, even though you are an air energy. You're very passionate about something enough. You're passionate and you are confident. You're not fearful, so that you know that there's something that you can witness. There's something special for you out there, and you want to witness it, and nothing is going to stop you. Not fear, not the darkness, not things in the darkness watching you, or the fox is traditionally a trickster energy. She's not letting anything stop her. She wants to see this flower blossom. She's going to be there for that special time. Okay, so this is what is going on around you right now, and maybe what this special flower is has something to do with this Empress energy here. It's this victory that you want to see come into being. This is double victory here in your future here, Aquarius. And I think that maybe somewhere inside you just already know that. And that's why you're not afraid anymore. They want me to look in the book. Seeker of spells. Bold, spirited, dramatic, venturesome, fearless, passionate in her pursuits. It can mean creative exploration, trusting your instincts in terms of timing, breaking through a stale routine, or spontaneous travel without a great deal of planning. Wow, okay, so you know what? The Chariot also represents travel. Yeah, so you may be traveling and you don't know that just yet. And traveling somewhere might be a new beginning for you when you decide to take off, right? Okay, so that's all that is for that particular card. And here is your fear card. And here what we have is this deck's version of the Hanged Man. This is suspension, okay? Life in suspension. What is that? Okay, what this is a wizard, and he knows that his wisdom will be needed in the far off future. And so what he's done is he's allowed this tree sap to run over him and put him in a state of hibernation. And as it ran over him, he ended up with his head down. And now you can see he looks very much like a baby does when they're almost ready to be born. He's head down, okay? And he's blessed by the presence of this dragonfly. But what he's doing is he trusts in his path enough to put himself into this kind of stasis because he knows that he's needed in the far off future. So this for you as a fear, I think that this is you being afraid that things won't move along, because we do have the Chariot here, which is moving forward, not backwards at all. You do not move backwards. The fairy wind doesn't flow backwards. The Chariot doesn't reverse. It just goes forward. So your fear of not going anywhere, of staying in suspension, I don't think is founded. I think you're going to have victory, and you don't have to be afraid of this. You may also be afraid of the wisdom that the Hanged Man receives when he has a different perspective. In the other decks, he hangs himself upside down. It's the element of sacrifice. This magician sacrificed his current life so that he could basically preserve himself for the future. How many years until somebody takes him out of this amber? Is the amber going to be fossilized? Are we going to find him a million years from now when we're different creatures? You know what I mean? It's a sacrifice what he's done. And so you may be afraid of having to make a sacrifice in order to have this enlightenment, in order to understand something that's going on here. But it looks like there's nothing but victory going on here for you, Aquarius. Okay, so now I've come to the potential outcome, okay? And this is the manifesting energy of the Five of Boons. Okay, now this is not manifested just yet. This is the energy of feeling left out in the cold. Now look at them. These are, okay, so the story behind this card are these are two little boys who were abandoned in the forest, because that used to happen a lot back in the old days, okay? And so they're starving to death and they're in the snow, and they're so sad about their predicament, and they're so entrenched in their sad, starving life that they're just they don't look around. See what these are. These are strawberries growing behind them in a path that will lead them all the way to this warm, cozy home where the door is open. The people there will welcome them. People were a lot more welcoming back in these days. They loved visitors. It was like getting a, you know, back in the old days, people would get a letter. They loved that because hardly anything happened. If a visitor stopped by, they loved that too because it was a break in routine. They could learn things from this visitor. And so they would definitely be welcomed. This could even be a childless couple here that always wanted a couple of little boys, but they're just so stuck in their sadness. Oh my God, we've been abandoned. We have no food. We're out here in the snow. That they can't even look around to see that this is behind them. And in the traditional tarot, this is a church that these poor people are walking by in the snow instead of asking to go into the church for help. Okay, and like I was mentioning, the oldest one here is often the Hierophant. Okay, and the Hierophant is someone that you can go to for help. So this is your hope card. And there is somebody that you can go to for help. This isn't manifested just yet. This is saying, Aquarius, you're not out in the cold. And you're not in any actual real danger, because if you just turn around, get out of your sadness, out of your head, out of your feeling sorry for yourself, you will learn that there's this whole blessing behind you. You know, like if they just went and asked for, the Hierophant is like the Pope. He's like the head of the church, and these people are walking by a church. You're hoping for help. You're hoping for something to give you enough wisdom to know what to do. So it's like you're hoping that somebody can tell you, maybe to look around and see these magical strawberries growing in the snow, because strawberries don't grow in the snow. And these strawberries are creating a path all the way to this safe harbor. Okay, so I kind of feel like you're hoping for help, and it's being shown in this major arcana card, which means this is how you're supposed to feel. This is what is very important. The spirits want you to remember this card, that you've got this right side up. There is help for you. So if you get to a place where this flips and you feel like you're out in the cold, remember you do have help. Just look around, okay? And you do have triumph. Now remember that too. You're saying what Allison said, I was going to be triumphant because there's help. Look around. And like here too, like the story behind this, that oh my God, I've lost my golden ball, but she's got help and she doesn't even know it. Not just help, but a blessed future if she chooses to be with that prince. Now this is the underlying energy on the bottom of the deck. This is the Keeper of Visions, okay? So this is the King of Cups. This is salmon energy, okay? But he's in reverse, okay? Because he is upside down, then this is the shadow traits that I was telling you I would read for you. Let me just find him. Keepers of Visions. Okay, so this is the King of Cups. Contemplative, the shadow traits. Too emotionally detached. Neutral to a fault. Moody. Avoids conflicts and confrontations. Puts the hard emotional duties on others. So this is the energy. This is a person. This is probably a masculine energy, because this would be the King of Cups. Okay, this is the King of Cups in reverse. Somebody who is all about love, but right now they're emotionally detached. They are way too neutral. They're neutral to a fault, and they can be moody. They avoid conflicts and confrontations. Oh, and look at this here. You've got these conflicts are the fives. You've got the 5 of challenges, the 5 of visions. You've got the 5 of boons. These are all like, these are conflict like cards, you know. These are, and puts the hard emotional duties on others. Interesting. Let's see what the tiny little deck says. I just kind of want to clarify this King of Cups energy here. Maybe, see, this is cup energy, so it could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this could also be your energy. You may have been rather moody lately. You may have been too neutral. You may have been not wanting to deal with certain conflicts or challenges, okay? So let's just see if they can... Holy moly. Okay. So this is the king, another king, okay? Wow. Okay, so this is definitely masculine energy, and this could be a fire sign, okay? This could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, okay? Because and either, no, this is the same person. This is a fire sign who's very emotionally detached right now, and he's trying to blame others, and he's putting other things on he's putting all the heavy duty stuff on other people. This is a very hardworking, dynamic masculine, but this guy is he can be hated, but he's always respected, if that gives you some clarity. But this is definitely masculine energy, and somebody who is fiery, and somebody who is not really taking care of their responsibilities, okay? And underneath this King of Challenges, or King of Visions, we've got the folly, okay? This is the Tower. This is an inevitable change, okay? And oh my God, and underneath that is the manifesting energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yeah, this is all stuff that was meant to happen. This is saying that this is going to fall. There's a tower that's going to fall for this this energy, this masculine, whether it's your energy or someone else. Okay, thank you. Now let's clarify just a little bit more here with the fairy oracle. Yay, sweet, cute little fairies. What's going on? Okay. Fairies, sweet, loving, awesome little fairies. What else would you like to tell Aquarius? Oops. Uh-oh. I would like at least 2 more, please. Okay, thank you so much. 1 more. Oh, 2 more. Thank you. Thank you, fairies. Let's go ahead and just get this one. If I can get this without you guys seeing me. Because I don't do anything. I don't put on makeup and stuff like that when I do these. All right, so stargazing. This came out earlier. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Okay, so this is reminding me that your major arcana card, Aquarius, oh, pardon me, is the Star. So this is telling you, go ahead and go look at the stars, because that gives you the fairy focus. And when you do that, your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. There's something that you need to know. You're hoping for something. And this is telling you, don't forget, you have to ask the oldest one. You have to ask for help. Okay? So even if you ask for help from the stars, from your own energy, you see what I'm saying? You'll understand what you need to do. Inspiration. Oh wow, look at how beautiful she is. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Okay, so this inspiration, you might be going to sleep and it hits you. Sit up and write it down. Okay, you might be in the middle of something and it hits you. Don't keep going doing what you're doing. Let it hit you. Let it come. Don't ignore it, okay? It can come at any time. Magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So this is telling me this magical gateway is a lot like this right here. And the hanged man is kind of in a magical gateway himself. But this is about moving forward and not looking back, like the fairy wind, like the chariot. Okay, so this is the fairy wind moving forward, the fairy wind, and this new beginning over here with this Ace of Challenges and hope. Oh, the dove of peace. Okay, how beautiful. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Okay, so yes, this is saying, look, don't get stuck in this energy. If you feel left out in the cold, put positive energy into it. Instead of saying, oh my God, we're starving, go, oh, we're surrounded by a forest of plenty, even though it's snowing right now. I bet you if we look around, we can find something to eat, because then that's when you're going to find it. By just doing the opposite, instead of saying we have nothing, say we're surrounded by beauty. We're surrounded by abundance. I'm surrounded by abundance. There's always, always hope. Okay? All right. What an excellent reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's see. How much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor, and you have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 4 out of 10 cards means that almost half of this is out of your control in your major arcana. The major arcana here, just these are they're important points. You have abundance all around you. Move forward, not backwards. You have help and information if you just ask for it. And don't be afraid of making a sacrifice to get what you know you need to do. Okay, thanks for watching, Aquarius. See you next time.